welcome back to Gangsta Goodies Kitchen. I hope you're having a fabulous day as we are today. As you can see, we have a guest, and I'm so excited about this particular guest. This young man just happened to go to high school with my oldest daughter, so it's a treat for me to see them, you know, in this age group, in this generation, evolve into who God, the Creator, meant for them to be. So we have JPZ in the Gangsta Goodies Kitchen. JPZ, can you tell everybody, hey?
How you doing? My name is JPZ, Director Beats, Sick With It Records. I'm born and raised in Kansas City, Missouri. I'm a rapper, artist, producer, and foodie, and nutrition fanatic. And I love food, and I'm here to partake in some delicious food.
Awesome, awesome. So, you know, when we had our conversation, I was telling you how, you know, our goals, our missions, you know, with the Gangsta Goodies Kitchen and the impact that the kitchen has on the family. So can you tell everybody how important that was for you growing up?
Yeah, it was huge. Like in my household, it was huge. My mom is really into food. She always, my mom did home daycare. She, you know, when I was born, my mom, she was working at hotels. She stopped working at hotels to do home daycare, to raise us and to be there to cook for us every single night.
Awesome.
And, you know, that was huge. So,
Wow.
and I'm a hungry dude. Like I was always really active. I was a boy, so I was really active and running around outside. So I was always really hungry. And I used to, you know, my mom would be in the kitchen, you know, preparing a meal. And, you know, I would, at first, like my relationship with food kind of started as a hustle for me.
Okay.
Because I faked interest in what my mom was doing, because then my mom would give me little sprinkles and pieces of whatever it was we were eating.
Taste, yes.
So, but then it actually developed into a real.
That is so cool.
I
love it.
I really actually appreciate it because I like the food, and then I like the preparation involved in the presentation, the colors and aesthetics.
I wanted to talk about what we have today. So JPZ is a vegetarian, and so can you tell us a little bit about that journey?
Yeah, it was for me. It kind of started with some health issues that I was running into, and just energy issues, waking up in the morning, and a lot of energy issues. And you know, I was blessed to have. You know, I worked in the healthcare industry for quite some time.
Okay.
So I actually have a lot of friends that are in the healthcare industry, some doctors, some nurses. And I was having a discussion with somebody, and they were telling me, you know, what it sounds like is you have a mild case of sleep apnea. And this doctor was telling me I could send you to go get a sleep study done. He was telling me the majority of the good majority of the Western world, because of our diet, the American population, almost everybody has a, you know, moderate to severe case of sleep apnea due to mucus buildup in your nasal cavity. And so that mucus buildup is probably causing you not to get full oxygen to your brain, so you're not ever getting into a full REM state to get proper rest.
Wow. So, and the mucus comes from?
Processed foods, mainly gluten, floury stuff, sugars, just processed foods in general. Okay. Any type of GMO product or anything that is any like at the molecular base, if it's been modified, it has to use starch as a binder, and starch. Okay. So starch causes mucus. Okay. I cut processed sugars out first, and when he recommended processed sugars and gluten products. And to just start getting into shape, and so I cut out processed sugars. When I cut out processed sugars, I literally felt like I was like, I've kicked a lot of drug habits in my life, and this was sugar was the hardest one. Yeah. I literally went through withdrawals, like 2 days, body aches, headaches. Wow. Like I was just in bed, like I didn't want to do anything.
Wow, pretty. So let me tell people what I made for you today. So I made just a Mediterranean vegetarian rice bowl. It has all kinds of vegetables, fresh green leaves, brown rice, a little bit of granola, beets. I'm a beet lover. And whatever vegetables you want, you can put on it. I'll put the recipe up there on how I made the roasted kebabs. I just threw them in the oven on broil for like 20 minutes. And, some olives, some pita bread, that gluten product, and a little bit of feta cheese. And, you have a full dinner or a full lunch or whatever, you want to have.
Story.
So, your story.
Yeah.
So tell us about that.
You can check out my latest video, JPZ story, and I'll just wrap it to you on the video. It's a long story, so and I'm a talker, so I just trail off.
Don't nobody care about your story. They just care what you could do for them. Now they asking PZ how he do it. He be moving like it's two of him. They ain't wanna open up the door for him.
But just music in general. Growing up in Kansas City. Kansas City is obviously a pretty small place. And it's a very, if you're growing up in the city, it's a very multicultural environment. I definitely grew up being the only white kid in most of the scenarios that I was in. So that kind of breeds you to be a different type of cat. Well, everybody that went to high school with me knows me from in the lunchroom.
Okay.
Rapping and beating on the table or on my chest or,
Awesome. So can you tell us a little bit about I saw a video, Straight Out the Dirt.
Straight Out the Dirt.
Yeah, so tell us about that. So that's a collaboration with E40.
E40, Yo Gotti, NBA Youngboy, and myself. Yeah.
Okay.
I went from nothing to something. I had to make the shit work. Came from nothing. I got it straight out the dirt. 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 Right to tell all. Got it. I went from nothing to something. I had to make the shit.
So is there anything, JPZ, you want your fans to know, your followers to know before we wrap this up?
Absolutely. Be healthy, y'all. Drink water. Wake up in the morning and drink water before you do anything else. Drink alkaline water. Your body's like a pool. Mind the pH levels in your body. But straight out the dirt. People didn't know. I wrote Straight Out the Dirt as I was making my transition from
Awesome.
eating meat. And when part of what I was talking about was Straight Out the Dirt is not just coming from the bottom or coming up, but also actually on a deeper level, like straight out the dirt, like
yes,
do thing like you can God gave us all these resources right here at our fingertips. Money does grow on trees.
Yes.
Try telling the Tropicana family that money doesn't grow on trees.
Absolutely.
And they will laugh at you. Money does grow on trees. You can plant a seed and planting
yes.
a seed and
yes.
letting something grow straight out the dirt is paramount in every spiritual walk, you can apply it to so many different things.
Absolutely.
So be healthy. Check out Straight Out the Dirt. Right now it's available on iTunes, Spotify, all digital media platforms. JPZ Story is also available on all digital media platforms, and the video's out now on my YouTube, which is just JPZ on YouTube. You can just Google me and it'll pop right up.
Awesome. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Thank you all for watching. Again, I will put the video up. The recipe up, and I'll put a link on how you can directly link up with JPZ's music, the Straight Out the Dirt cut as well. And so, JPZ, you want to taste one of your veggies and tell people what you think?
Absolutely.
I know, you go right ahead. And I didn't know if you like the tzatziki sauce. Yes, I thought you told me that. There you go.
Don't nobody care about your story.
They're so good and crunchy, y'all.
Very good. Very good.
Y'all know I'm gonna say it's fire. You guys have a wonderful rest of the day. Don't forget to follow us. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. I even started tweeting y'all. I'm trying to get that down, but thank you so much. You know, this week we reached 1,000 followers on Instagram. Thank you so much. We couldn't do it without you. And just share and share again. Our goal in the Gangsta Goodies Kitchen is to help do our part in helping to restore families one meal at a time. Peace out.
Ran the street, I was only 17, made a couple bands a week when Money G came up to Hogan in the trends on Go D's. I been rocking on my square, never stayed on cold feet. I was young and in the game, Eldorado wrist, white walls with the spokes, like I'm Shorty the pimp. Where I'm from, the trunks humming, banging, rushing and rich, so I keep it 1000 when I'm touching the bricks, pulling up on the D's, hopping out on my kicks, went from nothing to something, went from out on my kicks, went from nothing to something, went from ounces to bricks.